again. Good afternoon, everyone. Wrapping up this year's XPEL Grand Prix at Road America, presented by AMR. Christian Lundgaard will be joining us here momentarily. Will Power is walking in, so we'll hear from Will here shortly. Let's start with David Malukas, though, who started second this afternoon. Of course, driver the number 12, Verizon Team Penske Chevrolet. His third runner-up finish here in 2026. Back to second second in points in the NTT IndyCar Series standings. David, just your thoughts on second place finish here at Road America. It was a crazy race today.
Yeah, it was a crazy race. No, it feels good. P2 champions. That's been the story of this season. But honestly, big kudos to this team because that race, I mean, obviously everybody saw that. That was insane. I didn't even know what was going on. And then next thing you know, we're P2. So, no, really happy from the team side. Travis Law and the strategy, that was incredible. Everybody on the stand just did such a good job because, I got to look into him. Our race pace is just, we're missing a little bit there from my side. So I got to study and figure out why I'm losing some time on these races. But, man, this team carried me here. So big thank you to them.
And Will, congratulations. Will started 10th today, comes home with the podium finish in the number 26 TWG AI Honda for Andretti Global. Best finish of the season. Third podium here at Road America, 110th career podium now, which is still fourth on the all-time list. Will, crazy finish at the end of the contact, obviously, with Graham there. You still come home with the podium, though.
Yeah, it was unfortunate there, but I couldn't. I mean, I was braking and he was braking. He just jerked to the left. I don't understand why that was. It took me by surprise, obviously. And that's what caused that. It's a pity, but still a very good day for us overall. I'm really glad to finish third. We've had
best finish of the season. So you guys have
equal. Yeah,
correct. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but I had a rough season for sure. We've had a lot of potential, so I was. It was nice sitting there in third, and then waiting to see what would happen with that contact. But from my perspective, I could not do anything. I mean, I was at the capacity of braking. He was, and he moved it, and there's nothing I can do.
Yep. Okay, with that, we'll open up for questions, and we'll start here with those in person. Zion, you can lead us off.
Well, how fortunate did you feel to not spin out with him in that moment?
Yeah, well, that was that was good too. I mean, he just kind of moved over and it got his rear wheel, and that was that. But yeah, it was probably shouldn't have got myself in that position to start with. I was third, locked up in 8, went wide, he went past. So, I hadn't locked up all day. It took me by surprise in turn 8, but good strategy. We actually had a fast car. Car was very fast on blacks. Reds went off pretty badly, but we're conscious of the new sort of IndyCar throwing yellows very quickly. So it is a risk to go long, no questions. A lot of people found out today. We were on the good side of that, made sure we were hitting early. But some eventful restarts, and honestly, we were pushing qualifying laps for those last couple stints for sure.
I know you're used to winning and expect to win, but with the way this season has gone, is this something you'll take, just getting to the podium here and in another way?
Would have taken top 5. I mean, not that it has been from lack of pace. We've led like 5 races and been in positions that are great. It's just finishing it off. But I think you just got to accept top 5 sometimes and not fight hard for but I think if you got a shot for a win, you should always go for it. But we're in a position, we're not going to win the championship, so we probably can take some risks on strategy and so on to go for a win.
Bruce?
David, on a restart like that, if you don't get the leader in the lap 1, is there anywhere else around the course that you can close up dramatically on him to try to make a last lap pass?
Which restart? The last one?
One at the very end.
Yeah, I mean, the very end one, that's the one that was not really any chance there. I mean, you're going against alternates versus primary tires. It's not going to really be a competition. I mean, you come out of turn 14, he's going forward, I'm going sideways. So that's kind of the result of that. But I mean, if it was same tires and, you can maybe make an opportunity, yeah, you could try to set him up the next lap through 14. But, yeah, it's just tire difference there.
And, Will, you've raced here a long time. And a lot of times these races can play out predictably, but today was pretty wild. What do you see the reason why it was so wild today?
It's, how the yellows are thrown. That's why, a lot of restarts and then the whole field gets mixed up, so I don't think that works. But, yeah.
We hear you.
I'm speaking into
We
it
hear you.
a little bit. Yeah. I was not a big fan of, not letting the pit stop sequence happen because, as you saw, a whole bunch of people ends up getting put back. But I think there's a happy balance there,
And as a fellow competitor to see, we all know that Christian Lundgaard has had some talent this year. He seems to really have picked up his game a little bit. And what do you think of that as a fellow competitor?
Yeah, he's been incredibly quick in some a couple of these road courses. I mean, like his race pace has been amazing. Yeah, it's. I think people are happy to see someone else win. To be honest, yeah.
Let's pass behind Dave Kalman. Are you good? You're good. Anyone else over there? Yep. Go ahead.
Thank you. David, you've talked about how you're really happy with your year so far, but you're still chasing the first win. How much pressure or frustration do you feel to finally get that actually checked off?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely slowly starting to build there, but it's always just a battle of trying to keep that kind of contained because at the end of the day, we're still in a championship fight and still a good amount of races to go, so we never really know what happens. So you're still on that edge of, I want to make some risks to go for that win, but at the same time, I need to keep it contained because I don't want to make something stupid and now miss out on getting some good points race. So that's kind of the challenge of this year is just balancing between those two forms of racing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, David, can you talk about the championship a little bit? You're inching a little closer now. Does that rise more to the front for you as an achievable goal and something you're really working?
It's something that's there. I mean, Pelot's obviously been on his A game. Same thing with Kyle. I think, Kyle had a little bit of an off race this one, but we all have one off race. You already know the next race we go to is going to be right back up there. So it's gonna be a close battle, but you never know, right? With these races, again, with these yellows now being thrown out randomly, you got to be on the forefront of strategy. So if we can still be getting some good strategy calls, we can still slowly pick at it, and who knows what will happen in the end.
Lucille.
Yep. So I want to ask for both of you, because of the yellow calls, does this change your strategy during the race? Is it making it harder to do a strategic plan before the race?
It definitely makes it a risk to go long. It kind of pushes everyone to the same strategy a bit. Yeah, it's still hard to understand when they will throw. Like if someone spins or someone have to go on the gravel. In the past, if someone went in the gravel, there's no contact. They would let the sequence happen, and then they would throw the yellow, give everyone a chance to pit, which is, to me, in all motorsports around the world, is the fairest way. Is the fairest, best way you could do it, because I think virtual safety cars, people still get a free pit stop. I thought IndyCar was doing it the best way, but now we're sort of back to completely inverting the field at times, which I'm not a massive fan of.
Do you feel we need to make a change to that rule now?
I think there's just leeway there, Car makes contact, everyone knows it's going to go yellow immediately. I think if a car's safely in the gravel, there's no contact, it's getting stuck, maybe you should let the pit stop sequence happen. Although, I mean, yeah, if you depends where you qualify. If you qualify in the back, you're fishing for those lucky yellows, someone going on the gravel. What it opens it up to is when it comes down to the last race, if someone's in the championship, you can have a teammate driving the gravel for you, 100%. Okay. No, I'm not joking. This happened.
Did it?
That has absolutely happened. You could just have a teammate driving the gravel and someone pits early and boom. So,
Yeah.
Coming
Is
down
that- is
to
that-
it. New garden, or
Is that what you're saying?
For you, Joseph
Is-
or McLaughlin? I'm sure both those guys would be happy to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Last race, you and Blue equal on points. Just
Oh, see, gave the script away, guys. Oh no.
everyone's
There you
thinking that.
go.
Just
Oh.
driving the gravel, you get yourself a yellow.
I believe there are rules against that, but I mean, you guys
Well,
talk
there
about
isn't, like,
yourself.
if
Well,
I just locked up. I went long. What do you? Sorry. See me locking the wheel.
who's got the mic? Sorry. Oh, time for two quick ones. Go ahead.
This back and forth you just had sort of raises the juxtaposition to Kurt, number 12, the former number 12. Talk about what it's been like this year, competing against each other.
I mean, it's good. It's cool to see him kicking ass, man. Honestly, like, eventually I was going to retire anyway. It's going to be a young guy, and I think he was absolutely the right guy. Done a bloody good job, and he's beating his teammates every week. Every week he beats his teammates. He's good on oval. That means the package. So, doing good, man.
That means a lot. For me, the number 12 car was the one specifically. I think just obviously the name Willpower, and then the Verizon being on the car for so long. It was the one car that I watched growing up. That's what really got me into racing. I mean, you and obviously the Cars movie. So shout out to the Cars movie there. But that's what got me into racing, and to be in that car, it was a dream come true. But I'm not gonna lie, when I was telling you the amount of pressure I was under heading into St. Pete, needing to fill the legend here and fill his shoes and what he's accomplished, it was pretty stressful. But I mean, it's a good crew, and I mean, we've always been good friends ever since it was actually, was it here where you showed me the Vegemite?
I think it was.
It was here.
You
Yeah,
handed it-
yeah. He knocked on my bus and he said hello and just walked in, and I was very confused, and he let me try Vegemite, and so then I was like, wow, that's actually pretty good, and I thought I was keeping it, and he said, no, I need that back, and then
I was like, I like my Vegemite. You can taste it, but you have to buy your own.
yeah, and then he left. That was that.
Yeah, no, he's done a great job. He's not
Well,
going
thank
to
you.
The win's going to come. There's no question. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you.
All right. Last question, Zion.
I want to come back to you, David. When you talk about the championship, is that something like today? Are they telling you, "Hey, be safe because you're ahead of Palou and Kirkwood right now"? Is that something that is actively a conversation during the race?
No, during the race, they're saying full push, do whatever you need to get around him. They're going full from their side. Because when you come to IndyCar, I mean, everybody here is veteran drivers. I mean, even when you see rookies, these guys, it's incredible, this field, and everybody's at the top of their game. So, I think it's more of just like a mental note for myself to keep that calm, to keep that controlled, because at the end of the day, I'm 24 years old, and that younger side of me wants to come out and do some stupid stuff, but I'm trying to keep it calm.
Yeah, I still do stupid stuff.
No.
It never changes.
No. Guys, congratulations on the podium. We'll see you in a couple of weeks at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay, continuing on now with this year's champion of the XPEL Grand Prix at Road America, presented by AMR. Christian Lundgaard led 7 of the 55 laps after starting 12th this afternoon, driving the number 7 Aero McLaren Chevrolet. First win here at Road America, second of 2026, third career win. Also jumps up to 4th now in the championship as we head to Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Congratulations on a win. It was a crazy race. How'd you do it?
Is this thing on?
It
Hello?
is. There you
you
go.
go. Well, wasn't I 4th in the championship before? First of all,
Is that right?
I thought
let
I
me
was.
go back and look. I feel like you maybe jumped up, but go ahead.
Anyway,
talk amongst yourselves, and I'll get back.
Yeah,
to
I mean, I don't know. It was a very eventful day, a very long day. Not quite what I had on my bingo card waking up this morning. Obviously, this is what you hope for. I know on road courses it didn't really matter where we would start. We would always get a good result. I think we produce very good race cars. We need to still figure out how to qualify better. Obviously, this weekend has been a little bit of an outlier for me. Just not felt comfortable, not had the pace in practice 1 or practice 2, even though that we tested here 2 weeks ago. So, been a confusing weekend, but to end with a win, I would say even confuses me even more. So maybe I just need to be confused.
What you're not confused about, yes, you were 4th coming into it. You cut into the lead, though. A skosh, you're now 79 points behind that Alex Below guy. So
Finally.
every little bit helps, though. Yeah, he's not on the podium. How about that?
Yeah,
So,
for once.
For once.
Yeah.
All right, open for questions. Zion, go ahead and lead us off.
Well, I'll follow up on that confusion. Just take me back to the very start. That lap one, the incident happens. What is it like for you trying to stay composed and realize this is a long race and you were still in it?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't obviously seen it yet. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened. In the moment, I thought it was my fault. Basically, just ran into the back of Dixon. But obviously, at that point, I know how long the race is. It was really just try to still stay on the lead lap. That was the main goal, and it wasn't very easy with the tire missing, basically. But from there on, it's such a long race. One caution brings you back in the game. You just got to take it from there after that. So, yeah, I knew we were going to be fighting for a top 10 regardless, just from the pace that we had, but I didn't really expect it to be a win.
Christian, it's no secret Pato has kind of been the guy on this team, but even after being top 5 of the championship last year, you didn't have any wins. Now to have 2 wins under your belt, what do you think that you have proved about yourself throughout this year?
Well, I think everything is going according to how I thought it would, right? We're first year in the team. Obviously Pato is very established in there, and it's try to learn as much as possible together, make the package better, and I feel like I've evolved a little bit, and I think he's gone a little backwards, unfortunately, just in terms of results. So at the end of the day, I know how good he is.
Who's up next? Dave, we'll come to you after this.
Christian, we saw TK giving you a pep talk on the grid before the race. Can you talk a little bit about what he said to you and how that helped you?
Actually, he said not to do exactly what I did, which is don't make life harder on yourself. So that's pretty much it.
You defied what he had to say, huh?
Yeah, maybe that just is the key.
Sometimes that's the way. Go ahead.
Christian, you're still now the only McLaren driver who's been on the podium this year. How are you feeling about the progress that you've made with the team versus the progress that the rest of your teammates have made?
I feel like this one today is a little bit of a cheat code because I think Marcus should have won this race, right? And again, it is racing. I think we've all had that. It happened to me in Nashville last year, which cost me P3 in the championship. So I've been there, and most of us have. But I think at the end of the day, I'm here to try to improve myself every weekend, every day, every year. I think we found something in St. Louis which will help moving forward. So I'm only optimistic and happy for the rest of the year.
And how much confidence and momentum does it give you starting off the second half of the season with a win?
I hadn't thought of that. I also didn't think I was going to win. So, yeah, I mean, ironically enough, I feel like we've done so well on the road courses this year, which we did last year. Many of them fell short. And so far this year, we've kind of just picked up the pieces and won pretty much all of them.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can hand the mic to the legendary David Kallman. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Kristen, you said okay. We still thought top 10 was achievable. At what point in this very confusing race did it come to you that no, wait a minute, I actually do have a chance to win?
When I came out in front of David Malukas on the last stint, and then got passed. That was the moment I realized that we were fighting for a podium, right? I mean, I never thought I was going to catch Marcus. I was going to give it my best shot to get close to him and put him under some pressure. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really obvious at any point until then.
Did you, obviously Marcus's engine or whatever it was that failed made it easy, but did you think you had a pretty good chance once? Were you closing on him enough that you felt confident in your ability to get him?
No, I was trying to drive around and do some math of the amount of the speed that I was faster than him and still the gap that I had to close. And I think Kyle Moyer told me that at this pace we were going to catch him on the last lap, but I still have to get by him, and I didn't really know how much push to pass he had. But at the end of the day, if the yellow and the safety car that came at the end would have happened anyway, I think we would have had him.
Marshall, go ahead.
Christian, key early in the race, you coming out in front of the lead pack, and you fought really hard. Tell me about that, because that, in retrospect, was really important, making sure you didn't go a lap down and get shuffled back.
Yeah, who was leading at that time?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, obviously we started on the primes, had to pit for the alternates due to the puncture, and I had been very positive about the alternates all weekend, and I think a lot of drivers have been negative. Never really knew what they were going to do, and I was very happy with them. It sounded like everybody was dagging a little more, and I was just having a great time just driving around. I wasn't really full push, just trying to maintain, because I still knew I had to make it to a certain lap, one for field, but also to put ourselves in contention if a yellow did come out, which it did. So again, obviously it's super important to come out in front of the leaders at that time, but when you're driving on three wheels, I'd rather want to just get it to the pit lane than anything else.
Tell us about Kyle Moyer. Two of you obviously doing really good work this year. Victory strategy across any GP in here certainly seems to be a real strength.
Yeah, the one thing I have learned with Kyle Moyer is he's not afraid of taking risk, and I'm sure it's going to bite us someday. But the more races we can win until then, the better. If we're ever in contention at the 500, I just hope it isn't that day that it bites us. But no, he's very aggressive, but he also knows exactly what he's doing. There's no question in his mind. And whenever he makes a mistake, he's honest about it, and he raises his hand. And I think it just helps the group move forward, because there's never any unanswered questions.
Last thing for you, huge cheers in your time this and Chris Lawrence in particular. Everyone,
I already know why, because we've both been so confused this weekend.
Yeah.
This is not where we expected to be.
Tell me about this. The two of you have clearly built something that's really starting to pay off, but there's a real bond that's been developed here.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is such an awesome guy, and I enjoy so much working with him, and sometimes he's asking me questions where I'm just like, what are you talking about? And vice versa. I am pretty sure he thinks that I ask him some stupid questions sometimes, which is fine, but that's how we learn, and that's how we get better. But the key that we have is simplicity is key. We're not trying to make it overcomplicated for each other. And practice 2 to qualifying, I told him not to tell me what he was doing to the car.
Okay.
Just let me drive.
Austin, go ahead.
Christian, how huge is this win to help towards a potential contract extension next year?
Well, it never hurts, does it?
Talk about your car after the pit stop on lap 1. Did it feel better after you made the changes throughout the race?
I'm not really sure we did anything to the car throughout the race. I thought our second prime stint was a little worse than our first one. I don't know if that was just kind of track condition at the time, or some tire pressure adjustments, or kind of where I was on track in terms of traffic. I mean, throughout the whole race, I knew I had a car. If we were in the front, we would be pretty competitive.
To follow up on Austin's question, or first question, of course it's a contract year for you, but after 2 wins, is there really any other place you'd rather be than Arrow McLaren?
I mean, no.
And then I guess talk a little bit about those last couple of laps, coming past Malukas. And of course we know that the engine failure with Armstrong helped a lot, but just the ability to drive through the field, it feels so similar to your win at the Indy GP.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm going to say I don't prefer being last at any point in the race. But I think ultimately, in terms of making passes, there were certainly times in the race where I thought, why am I able to just drive through people? And then I kind of got stuck, couldn't really do anything, specifically to Rossi. I mean, he was actually quite fast at that time in the race. But I think ultimately we made the right moves at the right time, but staying out on that last pit sequence is what really gained us the win. But that's also the riskiest thing we could do because we're exposing ourselves to yellow, and that was win it or finish last at that time. So I would have been very frustrated if I knew we had a chance of finishing in the top 5 and threw that away for trying to score 1 or 2 points more at that time.
We have time for one more. Go ahead. Thank you.
We're going to another road course after this to Mid-Ohio. Is there anything you feel like you can take from today's race to that course to help with your race, except for, don't listen to TK on pit lane?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I do need to drive into the back of whoever's in front of me into 4. No, I mean, we got to qualify better. I think that's really the main thing. We've done so well on race pace. We've produced such great race cars on Sunday, and we just need to be better on Saturday. And I think that will just help our weekends tremendously. I mean, I'm not worried going to Mid-Ohio. We were extremely fast there last year, so I think we can make something happen. We just don't need Dixon to do another 2-stop.
All right, Christian, congratulations. Thanks for coming up. Stand by.
Thank
We
you.
got a couple more things for you, so hang loose. But congratulations on the win here at Road America. Thank you so much.